Recent surveys estimate Facebook is now a factor in up to a third of all divorces in this country. Tonight, one local couple's story of how social media can help shatter a marriage.
You always think it can't happen to me. And I think a lot of times when you say those words, you're just setting yourself up sometimes.
Jeff and Denise, who asked not to have their faces shown, got married 12.5 years ago. The early years, they say, were happy. But in 2009, Jeff, consumed with starting a small business, was working long hours, and problems began to emerge.
For me, it was the intimacy in the relationship in the bedroom. And it just wasn't there at all. Once a month, if lucky.
There was lack of communication there, too. In a sense, we kind of went our separate ways. He worked a lot, and then, I was working also, taking care of kids, taking care of the house, so time together was not there.
About this time, Jeff was reconnecting on Facebook with a woman he'd known in high school.
So you felt like you could tell this woman things you couldn't tell your wife?
Absolutely.
Because that part of your life at this point was shut down?
Yeah. I think it's human nature to look back and say, what if? And that's how it progressed. And it just clicked and started going in a direction that it never should have gone.
2 to 3 months after the chatting started, it had turned into an emotional affair. Though the adultery had not yet turned physical, Jeff and the other woman did start meeting in person, and the attraction only grew stronger. Within weeks, Jeff decided to divorce Denise.
We just sat in here and I told her that I was done. I cannot continue on this way. I had fallen in love with somebody else, and I was leaving.
I was totally devastated because I hadn't even seen any warning signs, if I want to say that. It was just like a bombshell had been dropped.
Jeff walked out on his wife and 3 kids, an especially crushing blow to their oldest daughter, who was 8 at the time.
Because I think in a kid's eyes, it's, the only person that dad should like or love is mom, not anybody else.
When we come back, could Jeff and Denise patch things up, or did their divorce become final? Plus tips on how to keep this from happening to your marriage.